Dan saya betul. Di Timbalan Menteri memandangkan yang dikenakan buat masa ini yang
Terpaksalah untuk kita mencari pendapatan.
Welcome back, and thank you for embarking on this journey with us as we unravel the intricate dynamics of political interference in public finance. Our focus today is on the Goods and Services Tax (GST) implementation in Malaysia, a case study that sheds light on delicate balance between fiscal policies and political considerations. Before we delve into the complexities of the GST, let's set the stage. What is the Goods and Services Tax, and why did Malaysia choose to implement it? This tax was introduced as a strategic move to diversify the country's revenue sources and decrease dependency on oil revenue. However, as we will discover, the narrative is not as straightforward, as political influence left its mark on this pivotal fiscal strategy. Questions have emerged about the extent to which political interference impacted the designs, exemptions, and overall effectiveness of the GST. Was it a well-thought economic strategy, or did political considerations play a dominant role in shaping its trajectory? These are the questions we aim to answer. To gain a comprehensive understanding, we have engaged with experts in public finance, economists, and policymakers. Their insights offer a nuanced perspective on how political considerations can sway the course of public finance.
Thank you, HAIQAL. Today, we have here one of the esteemed experts, Dr. NURUL Azimah. Let's dive into their insight on this important topic. Dr. NURUL, what are your interference on public finance in relation to the GST implementation?
Thank you for having me. In the case of the GST implementation in Malaysia, political interference played a significant role in shaping the policy. There were instances where exemptions were granted to certain goods and services due to lobbying and political pressure, while the intention might have been or constitute its result in a narrow tax base and reduced revenue collection and at least efficient tax system. Political interference in public finance compromises the fairness and effectiveness of policy, hindering the overall economic growth and development of the country. So that is from my perception of view about the GST implementation.
Thank you, Doctor, for sharing your insight today. Now, Prof. Farah, what is your perspective on the role of political interference in the GST implementation?
Alright, certainly political interference had a notable impact on the GST implementation in Malaysia. We saw instances where political pressure influenced the allocation of GST revenue to certain project or region. So the establishment of funds based on political consideration undermined the principle of equitable distribution and compromised the overall effectiveness of the tax system. Additionally, political interference in determining the exemptions and thresholds for GST created complexities and confusion for businesses and consumers. So what we need to emphasize here is it is crucial for policymakers to minimize such interference to ensure more transparent, fair, and efficient public finance system.
Okay. Next, I will ask the government representative about how has the government responded to the concerns regarding political interference in the GST implementation.
So we acknowledge that the political consideration played a role in the GST implementation. However, we are taking seriously of the challenges and are trying to do a more transparent system of implementing the GST. By making a more transparent, systematic way, we can build trust amongst the people and also the society so that there are less negative impact and review from the people that are being affected by the GST. And by doing that, we can also implement it more smoothly and easily without any further challenges. Yes.
Thank you. So, it is evident that political consideration have influenced key decisions affecting the fairness and efficiency in the public finance system. So, we hope in the future the policymaker take this consideration into account and work towards a more objective and evidence-based approach in the future. Thank you. Back to the presenter one.
Powerful insights indeed. As we wrap up this documentary, it's clear that political interference in public finance, exemplified by the GST case, carries substantial consequences. Decision-making processes must be rooted in sound economic principles, free from undue political influences. The pillars of transparency and accountability are paramount in safeguarding the integrity of public finance.